Hello, welcome to episode 4 of Kelly's Breyers. Today we're going to talk about everybody on the shelf and some history stuff at the bottom. Alright, at the top there's an interesting china bowl that I found in an antique wall on the left. A proud Arab mare, nothing really special about her except that she was a antique store find. 3 saddlebreds, confetti, the dapple gray judge's model, and third time's the charm on the right. There's a glossy Gammon, paparazzi, a custom I did with fish, charcoal Lonesome Glory volunteer model, Monaco that I won from Breyer Open Show, the Weg Big Ben, and the volunteer model from 2006 whose name I cannot remember right now. Never mind. I'll post it in the comments if I remember it. Some fighters, and we're going to talk about some Mustangs. On the right's a bay Mustang. He's a test. There are a couple bays known in collections. I know of 3 or 4 at least. So they've all been produced at different eras, all the bay tests that I know of. So I'm not sure whether they were really meant to make him as a match to the Fighting Stallion and just never did, or what. But he's one of the Francis collection horses. And for more information about that, watch video 3 because I'm not going to explain it again. In the middle, or second to the right, is a Bay Appaloosa test. A matte alabaster. There's one of 3 or 4 of these. He's from the Francis collection. There's my interesting chestnut pinto test, also from the Francis collection. He's got the same pattern as the chestnut pinto Indian pony. There's a smoke that's a test. The Breyer West Foals Mustang volunteer model. There's Fall in Love. Now we're on to the Nokotas. Everglades, the one of 52. Go down here. Spurbank on the left. Moon Warrior. Glossy Chevello. Glossy Nakota, who's Breyer West prize model. None of the Breyer West prize models come with certificates, so just FYI. There's Spindletop, a 1 of 12. Viajero, and poor little Toulouse is trying to get out of there because he's afraid of all the Nokotas. Alright, down to this interesting shelf. Some all black fun foal, grazing foal. He's one of a couple dozen made. He was one of the last ones that were given out. There's the Web Special. The little bit is a custom I did. It's supposed to be I'll have another. He's on my hat for the Belmont. Bluegrass, volunteer model. There's a Valvella who, she's the one with the dorsal stripe? Yeah, she's got a dorsal stripe and she's kind of interesting. I got her at a secret place, we'll say that. There's a Glossy Buck and Glossy Teddy, both from Breyer West. And on the left, Summer Solstice, Glossy, the Web Special. Okay, on to some running foals. So Red Roan on the left. There's a test with solid feet. He's from the Francis collection. I'll get back to him in a second because I'm going to talk about his mom too. 3 decos. Chalky Bay. Glossy all over dapple gray. Solid black. 3 Weather Girls. The one on the left, can't really see it in this light, but she's got a pearlized mane and tail, which is kind of cool. Alpine and Glossy Thunderstorm. Alright, we have a Red Roan running stallion on the right, and a charcoal, and an all over dapple gray running mare, a Wedgwood running mare, a matte charcoal running mare, and a Red Roan. The charcoal's a test. And this is not Irish Mist, it's also a test. I want to show you the certificates that came with the Francis collection stuff. It's all signed by Felicia and Karen Gibbs. And each piece also came with, there we go, slip of paper that was in the packing material. Dated 3/28/79, number 118A, which I thought was interesting. I think that number was maybe arbitrarily assigned by R&J Distributing because it wasn't being used at the time, and it later became I think the Sorrel Mustangs number in the late 80s. And there's the Foals to match, and it was given number 137. Which, off the top of my head, I'm not sure if that number was reused or not. I think it probably was. My smoke fighting stallion that I talked about the other day, he was given number 29, which is interesting because it's mold number 31. So the fact that the number was like pre-31, I don't think that has any historical significance other than it wasn't being used and they didn't know what else to call it. And the same with the bay, he was given number 86, which happens to be the same as the glossy gray Appaloosa Mustang. And last but not least, there's a charcoal running foal who's also a test. He's matte. They call it dull charcoal on the paper. It's interesting to note that it originally cost $3 and it was given number 132A, and the mare to match was given number 122A, and she was a whole $6.25. So, I have a cardboard box laying around here somewhere that has a bunch of odd numbers listed on it. If I can find it, maybe I'll add it to the next, but that's it for these guys. There's not that much left in this room to cover before we get downstairs. We've got a bunch of chinas, which I'm not sure if anybody's actually interested in, and some foals and classic scale stuff, so maybe we'll do all of those next time.